Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and we got our second sneak peek for Marvel Future Fight's next update happening next week. White Tiger has appeared in Hell's Kitchen. What does he have to gain from the chaos? Costumes inspired by, of course, Marvel Television's Daredevil Born Again. I still have not seen any episodes, I apologize. Now, this one is causing quite a ruckus in the community because of the swap. The old switcheroo. So let's go ahead and see what we can find out from the forum post and then the actual teaser, the actual sneak peek itself before we... Okay, that's actually a spoiler for the channel. That's actually crazy, bro. Relax. That's actually a spoiler for today's video. Okay, take it easy. Okay, dude's trying to sneak peek in the sneak peek. A mysterious vigilante has appeared like a beacon of hope in the deteriorating New York City. The spirit of the tiger. We're not talking about Poe here. Or whatever. I haven't seen what's that movie with the animated panda, Kung Fu Panda? Yeah, I haven't seen those movies. Anyways, check out the new looks and abilities of this superhero with superhuman strength and reflexes. Thank you. So, big news here. We're getting a new look, what sounds like a new uniform and a new tier 3 or transcendence for a character, in this case White Tiger. And it's not the last sneak peek. Woo! When was the last time we got 3+ sneak peeks, ladies and gentlemen? I'm feeling hot and bothered with how much content we're getting, guys. Yummy, yummy. Slurp that up. Now, let's go look at the sneak peek now before I say anything else stupid. All right, so we got a classic. The sneak peek team is dead again. They were revived on Monday, worked on Tuesday, shot in the back of the head on Wednesday. You love to see it, guys. Basically like the reverse of that song, I met this girl on Monday, took her for a drink on Tuesday. I can't remember what that song's called. Anyways, it's just a slideshow. It's a slideshow. It's a silhouette slideshow, guys. A silhouette slideshow. You love to see it. Costumes inspired by Daredevil Born Again. Now, in the background, it does say uniform. New uniform. So this is what is leading a lot of people to believe that this is a new uniform for the existing White Tiger. However, there is a bit of a problem. The existing White Tiger is female. So this is a gender swap of two distinct Marvel characters. And these distinct Marvel characters in this case are brother and sister. So if you go over to the Marvel Universe tab and you go over to info, you will find out that this White Tiger, the base White Tiger that we've had in the game since I think 2016, when she was added with the new Avengers special missions with Squirrel Girl and Gwenpool and Wiccan and Hulkling. Yeah, this is a long time ago, guys. 2016. We're talking almost 10 years ago. Okay? Yeah. This is Ava Ayala. You can see their real name, Ava Ayala. And if you haven't seen, it's a bit of a spoiler for Daredevil Born Again. If you haven't seen Daredevil Born Again, it is Hector Ayala, her brother. So if you go ahead and Google Hector Ayala White Tiger, you will see that they're two different people. So the Hector Ayala, the White Tiger that we see in Daredevil Born Again is her brother, Hector. Now, I don't know the past of the character. I do know that the powers are pendant related. I'm guessing that the powers get passed down from Hector to Ava. Maybe Hector dies, and then sorry, not Ava. Ava has to wants to avenge him or something like that. I don't know. But clearly they're not the same person. This is what we're trying to establish here. It's not the same person. These are two distinct people, despite both carrying the mantle of White Tiger. Now, that's obviously important because, as we know, multiple characters in the Marvel Universe have carried the mantle of Captain America, but they're not all under the same character, right? We have distinct characters: Winter Soldier, Captain America, Punisher, all these characters who have been Captain America at some point. They've carried the mantle of Captain America, but they're distinct characters, right? They're not, one and the same. And so this is a bit of an issue because historically, Marvel Future Fight has been very inconsistent with this. Case in point, Wasp. This is a very recent example. We have Wasp from Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, and then we have another Wasp just chilling here. And of course, Nadia Van Dyne. So you have two distinct characters. In this case, they're both female. and they have the same mantle of Wasp, but they're being differentiated through different characters. But for whatever reason this time around, I guess the devs wanted to, buck the trend and say, screw it, we're just gonna make it the same character. So this one's a little tough. On the one hand, am I happy that White Tiger is finally gonna get a bit of a glow up? Absolutely. At the very least, it opens the door to the possibility of a White Tiger back to female tier 4 for the combat female class. But in the meantime, it does mean that she is going to turn into a combat male, which would then exclude White Tiger from consideration and competition with the existing combat females. So for those of you hoping to get a reprieve from Hope Summers, not a chance, buddy. Not a chance. There is very little. It's very slim, basically zero, but like 0.1% chance that this White Tiger, base White Tiger, with just a tier 3 or transcended skill will be strong enough to do anything. Because just to remind you, these are what the passives look like: crit rate, crit damage, and then 5% physical attack. What about buffs on the skills, Alex? No, not a single buff. Not a single buff. Oh, what's that? All speed 3.5%. I can level this one up. 5% all speed and immunity, and then no buffs and no buffs. Not a single frenzy buff, not a single heal, nothing. Nothing. Zip. Bubkiss. So yeah, this kind of blank slate with a tier 3 or a transcendent skill is not going to be good enough to go anywhere near the stomping that Hope Summers is able to deliver. If you take a look here, on one of Hope Summers' skills, she has a heal, invincibility, and a 100% damage proc. So on one skill, she has more cumulative buffs and probably more cumulative damage, let's be real, than all of White Tiger's base skills combined. So unfortunately, yeah, as it stands right now, this is kind of like a bait and switch, kind of. But at the same time, we have to recognize a couple of things. One, AVA Ayala is not in Daredevil Born Again. She's not, right? So she was never going to get a uniform and an upgrade. So for those of you who are taking the angle of like, oh, they're robbing us of a combat female, she was never on the table, bro. She was never on the table. I just want to point that out. I want to point it out also that they could then give her another uniform and make her a tier 4 and bring her back to female, and then we could have a combat female tier 4. But that's way later on down the line. The second thing, however, is like, why didn't they just make this a new character? That's, I think, the most valid piece of criticism. They could have absolutely just made it a new character. We have seen worse characters in a sense, or like lesser known characters being added to the game. So it's not like we're at the point now where they're only adding super well-known characters in the Marvel universe that we don't have yet for some reason. Like, there are still a lot of very well-known Marvel characters, especially mutants, but also like villains that are not in the game, like Annihilus, Mole Man. There's a laundry list still of very well-known Marvel characters that are not in the game. But then we have characters like Sylvie. And again, I'm glad Sylvie's in the game, don't get me wrong, but if they can add Sylvie, who basically didn't exist, was created for a Disney Plus TV show, then they can add Hector Ayala, right? They can add Hector as a new character, right? Why make it a uniform? I don't know. I don't think it's much. I don't think there's that much work in creating a new uniform and then also just creating a character. Like, I don't think creating a character really is that much work. I think most of the work goes into like modeling the uniform, rigging it, meshing it, animating the skills, but they have to do that anyways. Whether it's a uniform or a new character, they have to take those steps anyways. So creating a new character is essentially just, adding, like, moving that number from 274 to 275, updating the database with one more character for all of the existing game modes where that database is relevant, and then, creating a couple of passives, right? Creating a 4-star passive and a tier 2 passive. Those are the only extras. But you know what? To be honest, no. They're going to have to do that anyways. They're going to have to update these tier 2 passives and these 4-star passives anyways for the existing White Tiger. So it's not even that. And the leadership is going to have to be updated as well. So frankly, it kind of blows my mind. It kind of does blow my mind. And that's essentially where the issue is coming from right now and where the community backlash is coming from. Where is the consistency with this situation? Why are we, you know, just basically erasing and replacing White Tiger? I don't know. That's a good question. I genuinely think it's a error, mistake by the devs. I think they should have just made Hector his own character. I know that White Tiger's not that popular. I'm not going to get on my high horse and like stan or glaze for White Tiger. I'm not a big time White Tiger fan. I haven't read any comics with them, whatever. But that being said, we have so many duplicates already in the game. We have so many duplicates. We have two Quasars, bro. Who is this character with the quantum bands, bro? I'll show you some quantum bands. You know, like, this doesn't make any sense, right? This doesn't make any sense. If we can have this, we can have two White Tigers. It's that simple. It's really that simple. So I'm a little bit disappointed. I think a lot of players are a little bit disappointed, and I agree. But it is what it is. On the other hand, I am really happy to see that we're getting another sneak peek. It's probably going to be the last sneak peek if I had to guess, because it's Thursday and they're not going to drop any sneak peeks over the weekend. But then for those of you wondering how this is going to go, Monday we should be getting the live stream. So on the 17th at 9 p.m. or actually it'll be 10 p.m. now because of daylight savings time. We'll have a live stream with 3RL and the announcer, and we'll see all this stuff. We'll see Daredevil, we'll see White Tiger, we'll see Kingpin, we'll see whoever else is missing, whether it's Bullseye or Punisher or somebody else, and then we'll see whatever else they have in store for us. So it should be quite interesting. Anyways, hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of White Tiger. Was it a mistake or not to replace AVA with Hector? Thanks so much for watching. Smash the like button if you enjoyed the content, or thumbs out if you hated it, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.